Growing up, I only knew Miss Buck of the woman who started Welcome House, and I never knew that she had written books or anything like that until about 7th grade when I had looked her up for a project, and I found out it came up with Pearl S. Buck, author. I was like, that's not her. So I had to look and read a little more in depth into her, and I found out what she was doing, and then finally doing the high school leadership program, I learned about really what her mission was, about bridging cultures together and building bridges instead of walls.
My Pearl Buck story started when I was first born. I was adopted through Welcome House in 2002, and then after I got placed with my forever family, then Emma started up with the high school leadership and getting more involved, so then I kind of followed in her footsteps, and now it's just a family affair.
When we were younger and had 3 boys, my mom said, you need to have a daughter, and there's a way to do this. Let's go look at Pearl Buck. And we started with Pearl Buck through adoption, and that's how we adopted Emma into our family. That was the beginning of our story.
I think people read The Good Earth all the time in school, but they don't appreciate it in a way that I think it should be appreciated. Things like everything she's done is just incredible and so important for people to understand that there's other things that go on in the world, and we shouldn't be blind to only what's going on in our lives.
Often people are being picked on and bullied for their culture and how they look, and I feel like if young people were to learn about Miss Buck and her mission and of what she was trying to work for, I think that would kind of change their point of view and make them look with a more broader spectrum.
I remember I was in kindergarten and this one kid said that she couldn't be my friend because I was from a different country. So that was a little hard, especially from a young age. Sorry. And when I go out with my family, I don't notice it because that's kind of just what I've grown up with. So when I look at our family pictures, I don't see us as anything different. I just see us as one big happy family. But it's definitely hard out in the public especially since we're a big minority where we live. So people think we're the babysitters or the friends, but no, they're my little sisters.
One of the reasons our family sponsors children through Pearl Buck International is because my husband's family, his father is from the Philippines, so we wanted them to have interaction with people from his culture, to learn about their heritage, and we wanted them also to appreciate the world outside of their own boundaries. And I was really excited for them to have the opportunity to meet the children they've been writing to. When we first got off the van to meet our sponsored children, we had driven for well over an hour, and I think that what struck me was the immense amount of poverty. It was something that in my head I knew that there was poverty there. It just was never ending, and that I couldn't really grasp that until we were actually there.
Just their day-to-day life, it's completely different from what we know. I think of I get up, I have to go to school. They get up and they're hoping that they can go to school.
I think the reason we originally chose to go was initially Emma, our daughter Emma's interest in not only going on the trip, but her future career path.
One day I would like to be CEO and president of Pearl S. Buck International. It has impacted my life from the day I was born, and I would love to be a part and give back as much as I can.
I think the most moving experience for us was when Emma actually met her sponsored child. So when Emma and I walked up to the door and she met her sponsored child, it actually reminded me of the first time we met her.
There was one experience we had when we were there. We had brought little presents for all the children. And one of the presents that we bought for the girls were necklaces, charm necklaces, that we'd gone to a store and our girls had picked up the charms that had meaning for them, their initials or a heart or something they wanted to put inside the charm necklace. And we were very excited to present these gifts to the children. When we got to Maurice's house, we opened up the package, and the necklace was hopelessly tangled. And I was getting very frustrated. It felt like the more I tried to untangle the necklace, the more tangled it got. And the staff, finally, they saw I was getting frustrated, like, here, let us help. And they started to take it, and it took them a while, but they were not going to give up. They were going to make this work. And so you could feel the sense of anticipation, the family and the staff and the children were all waiting, you know, like, and finally after, like, it seemed like forever, the knot came undone, and the whole house just cheered. Everyone was so excited. I saw it kind of as a symbol of our presence there and the work of Pearl Buck there, that, you know, in this sea of hopelessness, or seemingly hopelessness, there was hope. And you just need someone to come and help to untie the knot, and to know that she still has that necklace. We came home and she still has that necklace.
Immediately when we got there, it was like we just became best friends and sisters at the same time, which was really special to me because I've never had a sister. There are other places where you can make a difference, obviously, but not, I think, anywhere near what Pearl Buck has done for people, because it helps so many people that people don't even realize how big of an impact it actually has. But even just changing one child's life makes the biggest difference, because it's like a chain reaction.
If Pearl Buck was here today, I would thank her, because she gave me my forever family, and she let me realize that I was not the only person who is going through these problems with kids at school or just stereotypes. She let me become a part of the community.
Olivia said, when we asked Olivia, why do you keep wanting to, you know, give all your birthday money or Christmas money and set it aside and not keep any for yourself? And she said, because I've got a closet full of dresses, Mom. I'm like, I don't need any dresses, but Ashana got her first new one. And if we hadn't have done this, I don't know that she would have been that sensitive or that understanding or appreciative for what she has, and knowing that she has the power to help somebody else. So that hope for me is already realized for our children. So I can't imagine, you know, another 10 years or so down the line, what lessons they'll learn.
What would life be like without Pearl S. Buck?
Life without Pearl S. Buck would be
Empty.
Without Pearl S. Buck, I wouldn't have a sister on the other side of the world.
less hopeful.
It's really hard to imagine not having the connection here, not having the opportunity to bring our daughters that were children in need, and to us that were a family in need.
Without Pearl S. Buck, I would not be able to be future CEO of Pearl S. Buck International.
She changed so many children's lives, whether it was just through sponsorships or adoptions or getting resources that they couldn't get otherwise. To put it simply, she was awesome.